Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you were not aware, basically we had the 4.5 live stream that's currently going right now, but I think it's basically ended, and I just want to go over everything that's coming. So, of course, with the 4.5 live stream, there is a lot of cool things coming. We have some new characters, we have the actual event itself, and we have some free characters which honestly look really cool, and the skins. The skins look really good. Straight away, we do have a free skin. This will actually be available through daily login. So this will be basically something that you'll be able to log in. Very nice skin for Meteor. Meteor getting a skin this time around. Honestly, low-key, pretty big fan of it. I think it's nothing too crazy, but I like the design to it. Let me know what you think about it. Oh, hang on, they're actually showing the base there. Wait, are they going to actually change the base? Are they going to actually make a difference to the base? Is it going to be, oh wait, no. Nothing's changed, that's right. Alright, so next thing we have here is basically a way of getting a random every day. If you played any of the events in the game, basically you log in, you get a certain amount of random. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. If you tend to get less, you do tend to get more the next day. So it's free random, it always does help. We will get some free pulls and stuff, but we'll go over that in a moment. Alright, next up we have the free character, who's a 6-star actually, funnily enough. Just like Vigil, I won't talk about him ever again now. We have Lessing or Leasing, or however you want to pronounce his name. Regardless, we have a god who seems to cleanse. He seems to be able to cleanse stuns and maybe other sort of crowd control effects on him. I think he looks really cool, and the best part is, like I mentioned, he is a free unit, so we're about to get this guy for free in the event. Let me know what you think about him. Are people actually excited for him? Because I do like free characters. 6-star characters as well tend to mean they're not that bad. But I have to say, very cool design, and I will definitely be building him on my account. Now we can actually show his skill, at least one of them. They don't actually show many of the skills, unfortunately, of a JP stream, which I think is very weird. But as you can see, he will get stunned here, and then we pop the skill, and there we go. He gets cleansed, and he deals damage. I think that's pretty unique. Do we have a god that does that? I'm not too sure. Alright, next up we have Bassline or Baseline. I'm not too sure which one it is. I think it's Bass. I could be wrong, but regardless, he is a 5-star you can get in this event. This is someone you do have to pull for though, so do take that into account. If I remember correctly, he is Defender, who seems to give shield to his other allies around him. I actually like that because it's a bit more different to what we usually get. He's a bit more of like a support, a defender. I actually really like the way it looks. I think his E2R is pretty basic, but I like it in a sense. He has a doggo, so to be honest, that's a pretty big W. And here we are. E2R looks pretty cool in the grand scheme of things. Here's kind of a showcase of his shield as well. As you can see here, he basically pops it on one ally, and basically he gets a shield and gives it to other allies. Alright, next up we have the best character in the whole entire game coming, 6-star Vivina. Now, listen, when I found out this was not the limited character, I was very upset. She just looks so cool, and she's probably one of the coolest characters design-wise in the game. I don't care what anyone says. Her E2R, you can see just in the background there, we'll probably take a look in a second as well. It looks so cool. The character colors, the actual outfit as well. She kind of reminds me of one of the Abyssal Hunters, but of course she isn't an Abyssal Hunter, from what I understand. She looks super mega cool. Just look at that art. Imagine if that was live 2D art. I said this before, but whoever drew this is honestly absolute legend, and just trying to keep track of everything will be so difficult. But one of my favorite characters in terms of combat, I've not heard many great things about her. But as you can see here, this enemy is coming towards her, and they should do a lot of damage, and I believe it also can stun, but it doesn't do anything. So maybe she has some damage reduction in her kit, maybe she can take a bit of damage. She does seem to do pretty decent damage in the grand scheme of things as well. Nothing too crazy, but overall, seems at least decent. It's at least decent, which is something to take into account. Alright, now you've all been waiting for this. The best part, probably for everyone, is the 6-star limited character. The character that if you do not pull for her now, you will have to probably try and spark her, which will be 300 pulls, which will be a lot down the line. Or you're going to have to try and get her, but that's going to be very tough to do. She is Virtuosa. Now, she's very interesting. Basically, to put it simply, and just to put in a way that any beginner can understand, she basically puts a dot on enemies, and she can basically poison them. It's not really a poison specifically, but I'm going to call it poison because it deals damage over time. She looks insanely good. Like, straight up, she looks like a unit that is very unique. As you can see here, we have enemies coming towards her, and you'll see this little black dot in the center. Once it basically went fully black, it basically tries to return back to its original state, but it will do damage over time. Of course, this is very nice because, as you can see, they all get completely melted out of existence. If you go up against a large groups of enemies like this, you're literally going to melt every single one of them out of existence. Right, so taking a look at her live 2D art here. Now, I've got to say, at the top of her, that weird, like, alien looking thing, sort of like a monster looking thing, just straight up, that looks hella creepy, and I'm very curious to hear what people think about this. Is this, like, story related, or is this not? Very nice live 2D art, though. It is very clean. Like, it's kind of her design in general. She looks like a pretty clean character, and I'm honestly a pretty big fan. Like I said, would probably prefer a different character, but I'm not going to complain too much. She looks very cool, and I will be trying to get her, especially for her kit. Alright, next up we have probably one of the most interesting things. We have 3 characters who will be actually on the banner with Virtuosa and Vivina, with obviously a lower chance to get them, but most importantly, available through the Sparking Shop, Nell, Spectre, and Texas. For me, I want to very quickly say if you don't have Texas, I really recommend her. She's insanely good, one of the best characters in the game, without a doubt. Very, very fun to use. Honestly, tears so many characters apart. She is great, but obviously these characters will be on the banner. If you want to get them, realistically, you need 300 pulls. But to make your life a little bit easier, they do actually give you a free temple on this banner. Now, if you don't know, basically every time we get a free temple on these type of events, we get a free temple and we also get 14 free pulls every single day. So if you log in every single day from the start of the event, you get 1 free pull every day. You can't save it up, but you get 1 pull that you can use every single day. That equates to 14. Plus as 10, we get 24 pulls. So which is honestly pretty good. That also ignores the fact we also do get that daily login for a random. Alright, now talk about something that I know a lot of people probably turn off for, but I've got to say very quickly, before you move on from this is actually very important for one reason. If you spent any money in Arknights, if you didn't know, there is a 6-star selector coming. 6-star selectors come with basically all of the standard banner characters, apart from like the newly released ones, but a lot of the characters will be on this. This is really, really good. Limited characters, of course, won't be available on the 6-star selector, but I'm going to make a video talking about it. I'm going to go over every unit that's on it, so you can make that decision before you actually buy it, but regardless, it is going to be insanely good, and I do really recommend getting it, to be honest. Alright, next up we have the skins that are coming to the Arknights event. Now, this is actually pretty cool. Some of these names I might mispronounce like usual, so I apologize in advance, but this is actually Ashlock skin. Gotta be honest, not a massive fan of this, but I do love the art for this. It looks kind of unique in a way. I like the way it's done. It's very different to what we usually see, but the animations are very, very nice. And that moves me on to the next character who I've actually mispronounced his name a lot of times, is I believe Absinthe. Now, that's how I read it. I could be wrong, but regardless, her skin is very, very clean. It's nothing too crazy. Like, originally I wasn't a big fan of this. I didn't like this at all. But now it's kind of grown on me. I think it's very cute. It's just a very, very cute skin in the grand scheme of things. Just a very nice skin. Pretty sure it's like 18 Originite as well, if I'm correct. So, nothing too crazy, but people who like this should like this quite a lot. Alright, and then next up we have the best skin that's coming. Not literally. In terms of just normal skins and not live 2D skins, we have a Bagpipe Skin that I think looks probably the best out there. I think this one looks so good. The colours on this are just amazing. I love Bagpipe as well. I'm so happy she's got a new skin because the free one she gets, I gotta be honest, not a massive fan of the free one. This one just looks absolutely amazing. Cannot wait for this to drop. Kinda wish it was live 2D, but then again, there's not that much going on it, so I kind of get it. But regardless, very awesome skin and cannot wait for this to drop on global. Now, next up we have one of the craziest skins I've seen in a while as well, and I know a lot of people are going to be happy about this because it's a Texas Armatosa skin. The limited Texas unit will be getting a skin, and this one looks really, really good. We are kind of used to kind of a bluish theme, the dark bluish theme on her original art, but this one is more of a red. I love the animations for this one. She actually attacks a dragon, which is really funny with it, and honestly very big fan. And we also have the Mlynar skin, which this one is insane because this one does have a lobby animation, which is already meaning it's going to cost 24 Originite, which is a lot, but this one's animations are so good. It looks beautiful. The background also changes, where it basically changes to him being a child, I believe, and it's kind of going through his life. If you're a fan of lore and you like Mlynar, this skin will be for you, and I'm going to be getting this 100%. Alright, there will also be skins rerunning. If you're curious about this, be free to pause. I don't want to talk about it for too long, but there are skins rerunning. Here are a little bit less desired skins in my opinion, but I will probably get that J1. Also, to anyone curious, there will be a new lobby background, just a dark lobby background. Nothing too crazy to be honest, but I do low-key kind of like it. Also, we have new characters to recruitment. Of course, we have the best character in the whole game, Eunectes, being added to recruitment. I mean, there's more options here. I've got to be honest, trying to get a 6-star on this is very tough. The chance of getting you Necties now kind of ruins a lot of this. I can't get Saria, I can't get a lot of these defenders because I probably get you Necties, knowing my luck. Alright, now if you thought it was the end of the characters, there is actually new characters coming for the red certificate shop. First of all, we have Caper. I'm not going to go over what she actually does because, to be honest, most people will not use these characters. I've just got to say it, but her design, honestly, I actually low-key like it. I think she's kind of cute. It's kind of just a silly character that I like the look of, and she also has a boomerang, so she reminds me kind of, I think it was a 5-star, I think her name was Ji-yoon on the YoungRyo event. Alright, I may as well just show the animations. I wasn't going to originally show this, but basically, she throws boomerangs. I mean, it's literally that simple. Is she going to be broken? No, but she's cute, right? She's a cute character. Now, to my male enjoyers, the people who like male characters in this game. I've talked about it before, I love male characters, they're cool, but this guy is also part of the Red Certificate shop. He is going to be a new caster, he's a 5-star, he looks pretty cool to be fair. I like his E2R on the side there, as you can see it. Actually, low-key, a pretty cool designed character. Like, I know I tend to talk about characters in a positive way, but this guy is like a little bit different to what I'm used to. I think it's actually quite different for Arknights. The guy's name is also Diamante, which I think is like such a cool name. Diamante is like actually a Giga Chat name, I've got to say it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what he does. I've actually not seen what he does, just straight up. As you can see, he does actually seem to apply a dot on the enemy. Really? Wait, no way. I'm not sure if the enemy is the only reason that happens or not, but if he actually applies a dot on the enemy, he could potentially be usable. I just want to take another look at this. Oh, he does! I wonder if this is the same type of thing as Virtuosa then. Alright, next up we have a Typhon skin. So anyone who pulled for Typhon will be actually getting a free skin, then you can get an IS-4. Basically just play IS-4, level up, and you'll be able to get this skin. Honestly, I've seen this skin before many times, and I've got to say, I do prefer it over her normal design, but I will say, I kind of wish she got a Live 2D skin, because we're going for Mizuki, we're going for Phantom. I know this is not specifically Typhon's event, I think it's like several characters, but guys, why couldn't we have had like a Live 2D skin for Typhon? It would make so much sense, she's such a cool unit, but honestly, let me know what you think about this. I like the animations. It is pretty cool in the grand scheme of things. Alright, now, listen, I've got so excited for this because I really want to talk about this. The best thing coming to Arknights history. I've tried this on Sienna, it's the best thing on the planet. Some people wanted a complete skip of Arknight stages. This is not a complete skip, but basically, you can select a number between 1 and 6 for how many runs you want to do consecutively. And then you will continuously do those runs. So instead of like having to complete one run and then going over and over again and trying to like click start again and doing all that, thankfully this time you can just let it run in the background and basically just set 6 and it will do 6 runs for you. This is insane. Some people wanted a complete skip. This is not a complete skip, but regardless, it's still so good. I'm so hyped for this. Let me know if you're also excited for this. Would you have preferred this to be a bit different? In my opinion, listen, we're going to take it. It's been a long time of just meaninglessly trying just to click that start button over and over again. I hate that. That was awful. Alright, now next up we have the KFC skins. Now before you get excited, I have some semi-unfortunate news as of recording this video. Of course, stuff could change. Whatever I say here could be wrong. We might get this on global. I could be completely wrong, but from what I understand, basically you have to go to a KFC shop, and I believe this is basically probably going to be in Japan. This is no chance going to be in global. I can guarantee you if you live in like America or the UK, you will not be able to go to KFC and get this. There is zero chance. They will not collaborate with English or American places. If you are in Europe, we're probably not going to get this either. My imagination and what I'm assuming is it's probably going to be Japan, because Japan obviously is Asia. We've had it in CM before, so for it to be in Japan, it makes sense. But in Europe, zero chance, in my opinion. Of course, we could still get this. Maybe it'll be in the shop. Maybe it'll be acquirable for a different way. I will try and let you guys know in the comments down below. If anyone finds out any information, make sure to let us know down below because I'm very curious about this. I would be hyped if we actually got these skins, but to be honest, I don't know if they would really let us just have it without having to spend money at the minimum. Alright, now to cover the final thing that will be coming to, I believe, Global Arknights at least, is what seems to be low rewards here. I don't know if this is going to be in the mail, I don't know if this is going to be something we get during an event, but regardless, there are some sort of rewards. it's not that many crazy things anyway, so I'm not going to hype this up, but I think I've covered the most important things that your average player really cares about. I hope you guys enjoy the stages, hope you guys enjoy the event. Let me know if you're actually excited for Virtuosa and Vivina. Honestly, I'm mega hyped. I cannot wait for the characters to come along. I'm probably going to be doing viewer polls and also account reviews very soon, so if you want to go ahead and be part of that, go ahead and join my Discord down below. That is the best place. I'm going to try and organize some things over the next couple months just to try and do some live streams, even weeks to be honest. I'm probably going to do a live stream maybe sometime this week. We'll see how it goes, but anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Most importantly, have a wonderful day and adios.